We're live. My voice is kind of shot. Okay, so check this out, guys. Oshlay's having tech issues in true Black Prose fashion. So if she clicks in and out, she clicks in and out. But I'm here today to have a discussion. A quick one. So we're going to give people time to come in. Even though I'm not sure they're used to us being on at this hour, so we might just get started. If you are popping into this, whether live or on a playback, leave in the comments if you did read books. How many books did you read this week? Did you read any new authors or anything like that? Leave it in the comments. So while we're waiting for Oshley, so I read only one of the 3 books that I plan to read this month, and I feel like that was enough for me. Well, not really. So wait, let me rephrase. So I started my week off reading No Longer Afraid by Christina C. Jones, the Predator bike book. And so I want to actually read the second book. So I started reading the second book. And so technically I read 1.5 books for this week. It's technically a 50% goal for me, so I'm going to take that for what it is. Ooh, I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It just seems like there's like a little bit of a delay. I should have known because the beach, like, there's really not that great.
I mean, it's okay. You know, we understand you had to hit the beach today, so we can work with what we got.
Yes. So I read I'm reading the Muted Hopelessness series. I think the first one is like Muted Love or something by Love Belvin.
Uh-huh.
And I'm about 35% of the way in.
Okay.
And only because, like, for whatever reason, I just didn't have a lot of time to read this week. It was kind of weird. So I'm not, like, because normally I would have finished, like, at least the first book,
but
if not all
not
3.
Like you.
So I finished that, or not, 35% of the way through that. So my goal is to finish that rolling into next week. And then somehow, because next week my TBR is just 1 book, I think. What's the theme?
That's our next week is our contemporary theme. So
yes, contemporary.
That's the summertime love.
Exactly. So I only have 7 days in June. So hopefully that doesn't destroy my soul because I want to finish the Love Velvet series.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot that you left that whole week open for that.
Yes.
Okay, well, 35% of the way in, how are you liking it?
I'm actually really into it, and you know me, I do not like second chance love stories at all.
Not.
But the characters in this are such badass people. Like, one of them is like this like amazing journalist, and then the female protagonist is like a world famous boxer. Like, think Layla Ali, but like more famous. So those 2 characters, and they have this past together, and there's like they've had a falling out, obviously, and they haven't spoken to each other in a long time. And he gets this assignment where he gets like basically like roped into doing this assignment where he has to do like an interview for Sports Illustrated, and she's the subject. So that's kind of the setup for them coming back together and having to meet up with each other and interact with each other again, and it just takes off from there.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting, and I'm liking it so far, so that's good. So hopefully I can finish it and then move on to the second book I'm gonna hold off on the third book for now because I really do want to read 7 Days in June
Mm.
really bad, and I don't want to overwhelm myself and say that I can read 4 books next week.
Yeah, I mean, well, since we're talking about it, again, for anybody who's popping in, if you did read some books for, hey, Vina, if you did read some books for week one, tell us the books that you read. Tell us if it's a new author. Tell us if you liked it or didn't like it. Like, let us know. But I want to also just remind you guys, so today is technically the last day of week one, which was our freestyle week. Can't believe it. We're already 1 week
Yes,
in, which
that's
brings
crazy.
us to week two, which is our summertime love theme. So this week, or for week two, starting tomorrow, we are reading contemporary, as many different types of contemporary as you want or can. I have, of course, limited myself to 3 books a week. And I am very excited. Ooh, Dina says currently reading On Point by Sherry Ellis. So good so far, and is set at a dance studio.
Nice, I love
I don't
it.
think I've ever heard of one of the dance studio. I like. We have to know your thoughts when you're done with it.
Yes,
Um, so let's see. For those who didn't catch our live on Instagram, for week two, my plans, and I put large quotes around that because I had plans this week and that did not work. My plans are Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace.
I'm very curious to see how you'll like that one.
Me too, honestly. Like the premise of it sounds really cute.
I love
So
road
I'm
trip
hoping that
books.
I like it. Huh?
Road trip stories are the best.
Yeah. And then plus it will play off like a chick flick in my brain. And that's kind of what I want to
That's
do.
that's what you've been craving.
Yeah, I've been craving like real contemporary but black for a very long time. So this is gonna hit my moment. Also, Bree, if you do go into your stash of Christina C. Jones, I just finished No Longer Afraid, so you're gonna be stuck because I need to read part two now. That's another thing.
Look,
So like I want to finish part two. So I'm like, maybe we might like
see,
pause some of these books.
I knew this was going to happen to you, and that's why I was like begging you to read it because it's a lot grittier than what she usually writes. And I knew that you were going to be extremely, extremely excited to see the roses again.
Uh, yeah. Well, you got me there.
I was like, yes, she's going to love it. And I'm glad that
Yeah,
you're
it's
liking
called
it
No
so
Longer
far.
Afraid. It's a motorcycle
Club.
club book. It was very interesting. Almost made me want to get on a bike, but nah, we're good. Let's see. Stephanie says, I read The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert, started The Boyfriend Project by Farah Roshan.
Rashawn.
Should be done today. Cool. Really? Along for the Ride is interracial? The
I
cover, they
thought it
look both
wasn't.
black.
They
Seriously?
do.
On the
Yeah,
cover, they look black. I'm so mad. Well, if I start it and realize that they're not black, then I'm taking it off the list and putting something else.
maybe
And
somebody's
then
like
I'll just
biracial. What about biracial and black?
biracial is
No.
fine as biracial is fine as long as they're not identifying on the other. I can't say that correctly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, because I feel like if they identify as black, then it
Yeah.
counts.
Oh, another
But if
option for me, if that one is interracial, another option is What a Match by Mimi Grace.
okay,
So
that could
I
work. That
still
could work.
because I know that I wanted to read a Mimi Grace book. And that was the one that was on the list of the all black list that came out.
Yeah, yeah,
So I was like, oh, I'll read this one. Not really. I didn't really look into it. I just saw the cover was black. It
that's
was like,
funny.
ooh, look, Negroes on a trip. I want it.
I kind of
Um,
can't wait to get to like our monster smut week, our
well, that's
monsters
because the
week,
ones that we picked for that week are the books
demon
that we picked for that
time.
week are really intriguing. So that's why.
I'm like ready, ready. I wish we could skip, but we cannot. We cannot. skip.
We can't skip. Ironically, we cannot skip. That's freaking like I'm ready though. Okay, so it's
So
what a
ready.
match. I think I might make a random mini post as some books to check out because um
Yes.
I just knew that Mimi was one I was gonna try out for the new ones today. Let's see. I dropped the
Oh,
ball on that list. I got
also,
distracted. Oh, what?
also, we are going to try to post the grid so you guys can like use it to show what you've read so far this month.
Oh yeah, I knew I forgot something. We forgot our
So
regulars.
yes, we do want to try to get that grid up for you guys. It'll be in our Instagram stories at some point so that you can post what you read for week one, like a wrap up, and then you can post, as we go on. We might even
Yeah,
do like a TBR one because that could be fun too.
yeah. Because my TBR one that I was gonna post this week didn't post, but that's neither here nor there.
I knew there must have been some type of glitch.
Yeah, I'm dealing with some scheduling things. Okay, wait. So the next book on my week 2 list is Influenced by Love by J. Nicole.
Okay.
And then the third one is Summoning Up Love by Cynthia Williams.
These are authors I've never read before, I don't think. So this is
Exactly.
interesting.
That was my goal. My goal was to pick authors that I've never really heard of because obviously this is not my area, but
Yeah.
and also I don't think it's authors that you and Troy talk about in the chat either. So I
No,
was like, ooh,
I've never read these authors, so I'm very intrigued to see
yeah.
like your thoughts and how you feel once you're done.
Yeah. The goal technically was no repeat authors.
Yes, that's like the bonus round,
Yeah.
like the bonus challenge, I should say. If you are able to read authors you've never read before, I'm already failing, but but it's
Listen,
okay.
it's okay. Um, I haven't read any books by B Love yet, but I think B Love is on my.
Oh, I love Be Love. I love Be Love. Good stuff.
What does B Love normally write? Like, which section would you put her in or them in?
She's not really in a section. Everything from like street lit to more contemporary, to more like suspenseful, to more like writing about people in on the actual continent of Africa, and like they're like a wide variety. They've written a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Like they've
okay.
written more like raunchy to more like sentimental, philosophical to more like they're written. It's across the map, and they're very prolific. They have a lot of books.
Uh,
So
oh, of course, Vina's already read Cynthia Williams. I really enjoyed Summoning Up Love, especially since the MCs are at a place in their lives where they're unsure of where their careers are going. Oh, they sound like they're going through their quarter life crisis like me. Awesome.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, those are the three. So remembering our rules. For Nekkid, our goal is to read books by Black authors showcasing Black love.
yes,
Um, we are aware that our Black authors are versatile and have written other stories starring other loves, but the focus of this readathon is specifically the Black love. So if you have no idea of where to start, highly recommend you go to our Instagram, Black Prose Club, and you will see a list of romance
yes,
authors. I think it's like 4 pages deep so far. Um,
yeah, and we will
that's a
be
good place to
updating it.
start if you're not sure of some Black romance authors. Maybe you want to try somebody new. That list is getting longer because in the comments of that post, there are also a bunch of people shouting out authors. So once I verify that these authors are Black and write Black romance, you will definitely be notified. Also, Vina, yeah, I totally read that comic. I forgot to
What
say that.
comment?
The Heavy Soul comic that we were talking about on Wednesday.
Wait, is this the one about like raunchy sex or something?
Yes, I'm totally sending it to you.
Oh my god, please send it to me. Is it long?
No, not at all.
Okay,
It's a very
good.
quick read.
Was it enjoyable?
I enjoyed
Oh my
it.
god, I'm dead. Okay, yeah, send it to me. I'm curious.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. I forgot. I need to tell Troy to read it too because that was like I was like, oh, this is the cover. The cover alone sends me for some reason. Like I don't know why,
Oh my lord,
but I
that's
knew that
hilarious.
like if I put this, like if I opened it, I needed to open it
Yeah,
on my iPad, but I needed to open it at home. Yes, Tina,
Lord,
it totally gave what it needed to give. That's the best way to put it. The
I'm
little
done. Oh
it's
my
called,
god,
hold on, let me get the name for people who are gonna ask. It's called Heavy Soul.
the name
um,
is intriguing, but doesn't seem to have much to do with the subject matter.
I feel like it's all about your interpretation of it.
Lord, okay,
Like I feel like how do I put this? It's basically a nice little comic with a bunch of kinky sex. I don't That's the best way I can explain it.
that is amazing, and I need it in my life immediately.
Yeah. I just don't
Immediately,
recommend that you like I don't
read it
know
in
if this is
public.
one you want to read in public. Like if you do read it in public, I don't recommend doing like I did and putting it on my gigantic iPad. Don't
Ooh,
recommend that.
I rarely read romance in public. Maybe like at the beach, like I'm at now, or something like that. But at the beach, you have your own like private area, not like at a
Yeah.
cafe or like, well, maybe public transportation. I've done that before, like on a train, bus, plane.
Yeah. I'm just, just saying there might be a comic strip or two where there's just a random penis. Not even random, just letting you know. It is a graphic novel. So
Yes, it
keep
is
that in
graphic.
mind.
It lives up to its name, graphic.
Oh, okay. So if you're interested in this comic, it's called Heavy Soul and it's from the Filthy Figments, which is an erotic comic site.
Well, that makes sense.
I didn't even know that this was a thing. So that's amazing.
It's all starting to come together now.
I
Also,
love this so much.
filthy figments has got to be the funniest name for something.
Actually, yeah, I give them like extra kudo points for the chosen name of Filthy Figments.
Like the alliteration is just chef's kiss.
Like I appreciate y'all for doing what you needed to do. Because
Oh, that's
I read
funny.
this comic, it gave what it needed to give, and I just went on. I just forgot to add it to my list, so we're definitely gonna have to add that.
Nice.
But yes, does anybody have anything else? Anybody got any questions? Um, I will be posting on Instagram like
Yes,
name your favorite summertime black love book. So like, start thinking about that because
as always, we need the recommendations to pour in.
yeah. Also, thank y'all for getting us to 1,000 subscribers on or followers on Instagram.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
exciting.
like we went from like I think we were in the 800s
Yes, we were,
August 1st and we are over 1,000 now.
which is amazing.
Yeah, we jumped like 200 followers in a couple of days. That's pretty great, especially during our favorite readathon. So that's pretty
Yes,
awesome. Thanks.
it's very exciting, and we are definitely going to keep the content coming for this month. So if you're not following us already, make sure to follow us.
Yep. But let's see. I think that the next time you guys will hear from us or see our faces will be on Monday because we have another fun-filled,
Yes,
excellent, love-based podcast. Y'all really liked the last one. I know that technically most of y'all loved it because Troy was there.
I know. Seriously,
And we also
it's
loved it.
just the vibe is
It
unmatched when she's with us.
Yeah. So next week's topic for those who or Monday's topic for those who are not aware is I want a summertime bay, but
Yes,
dating is ghetto.
so
You can come
ghetto. This
join us
whole
at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a feeling we're gonna be having a super hilarious conversation on Monday. Um,
yes,
Oh, also,
Also,
apparently
oh,
the
okay.
author Olivia Stevens is working on a werewolf comic.
Oh,
Is she
really?
working on a werewolf comic that would be on the Filthy Figments comic site or like another site? Because if it is a shapeshifter graphic novel, a romance graphic novel, I'm buying it on principle.
I have a shapeshifter one, not a graphic novel, but a book on my TBR for.
Yeah, I have a shapeshifter one because obviously, but if somebody is working on a shapeshifter romance graphic novel, I just want to see how they're going to illustrate the shapeshifting part. Like,
Yeah, we have to support that.
yep, and I'm all for like visuals, so thanks. But okay, I mean, I think that wraps up everything today, guys. Thanks for popping
Yes.
in. If
Thank you
you
so
popped in
much.
to say what's up, we appreciate you. If you're watching the playback, leave us a comment. Let us know that you stopped by. Um, we're going to continue our Saturday. So happy reading or whatever you've got to get done today. Stay hydrated, stay blessed. And until the next time, guys, bye.
Bye.